there, and welcome to the Animag podcast.
Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Animag, the #1 anime podcast on the planet, baby. I'm your host, Asylum, sitting here with...
Domicus.
That was sounding so depressing, Jesus.
As depressing as this episode, yes.
He seems excited, boys.
I am not fucking excited.
He seems like he's ready to get into a good filler episode. We're in, boys. It's episode 7. And just as promised, it's focusing around Ruka. I know Thomicus is excited. I know Yeze's excited.
No, not at all. Not one bit.
So I guess we should just dive in, right? Ain't much else to fucking do. All right. The day had come, boys. It's August 26th, and it's Ruka's birthday. And Kazuya was still getting some of the very final touches of the movie set up. He was talking to the film club that was editing it, and it was said that the premiere of the movie would happen on September 30th, okay? And something that I jotted down here is that's an extremely fast turnaround for a fucking movie. Just a couple of days?
Yeah, I love the same thing.
Dude.
How short is this movie?
This movie is either going to be dog shit or it's 5 minutes long. Because that's ridiculous. Realistically, I think it's a month. A month turnaround from shoot, edit, and premiere. He's getting all this shit done and there's a knock at the door. Who is it? It's Ruka. And she's popping like a party popper, all loud as shit, waking up his neighbors. And he's like, yo, you can't fucking do that. And she just goes inside.
Come on, man, it's the birthday.
It's her birthday, but it's disrespectful.
Bro, you gotta get lit. Bro, disrespectful. Bro, Kazuya and Chizuru been doing the same shit since episode 1.
Okay, they live there. They can do that.
Oh,
they have the right to do that. Ruka don't live there.
Not until Minnie.
Minnie hears, goes over.
Bro,
so look,
I'm not reporting on get evicted.
She kicks her shoes off, right? Runs inside, all right? And she didn't forget that he said he would make it a memorable day for her. He calls her a loose cannon right here, but by the end of the episode, this was something to point out. He's going to have a different feeling about her, okay? He starts off the episode kind of annoyed with her, his typical fucking self when it comes to Ruka, but by the end of the episode, things are going to change a little bit.
Oh my god.
So look, once she's inside, she's like, good, I have to go get ready. He's like, ready for what? And she goes, it's swimsuit time. Get excited, Zay. Get excited. So then boom, intro rolls. This episode genuinely is mostly filler, okay? But there's a little bit of CD within this episode. Okay, we got a little CD between Kazuya and Ruka. All right, we'll get into that. But then there's a little bit of CD with Chizuru, too.
None with Chizuru.
There is CD with Chizuru, I'm telling you.
There is something with Chizuru.
There's literally nothing.
There is.
I'm gonna get to that point. When we get to that part of the what we talking about, I'm gonna tell you why it's nothing.
I'm gonna tell you right here. This is how you're gonna know Zay is not a seasoned reviewist of Rent-A-Girlfriend, because he's missing exactly what me and Thomicus are seeing. And we were trying to dive into this at work, and he didn't want to get into it because he knows.
No, because I'm gonna told you I'm gonna have a lot to say this episode.
It's a real CD, man. Because the CD we're gonna see between Chizuru and her grandma can help the story. Okay, We'll get to that. After the intro, Kazuya and Ruka, they're at this public pool or some shit, and all the guys are swooning over Ruka. All right, like she's the hottest girl they've ever seen. Kazuya is freaking out because they're starting the day off with the pool. All right, and he's gonna have to see Ruka in her swimsuit all day, and he's wondering what she wants from him. Okay, he's like, what does she want? Another kiss? Possibly even more? And right here, they insert a little image scene of him smashing Ruka from behind. It was a bit much, okay? This whole pool scene area was absolutely too fucking much. All right.
And this pool scene area shows Kazuya real true colors. He's a bitch. Literally. Honestly.
So look, they show that scene and he's like, what? Not happening. That is not going to happen. Birthday or not, there are lines that I cannot cross.
He's gay, honestly. He's gay.
He might be gay.
He's gay.
So look, they're having a little fun at the pool, and Kazuya just up and goes sorry, I gotta go to the bathroom. And he walks out of the pool area. And then we see Ruka like, she like clenches her fist and she's like, today will be a great day to bring us closer. Kazuya's heart will surely race for sure, which is kind of nice that they're bringing that back into play because remember, the entire like reason she likes him in the first place is because he made her heart race. That goes all the way back to season 1. So it's nice that they're throwing that back in, like they didn't just absolutely abandon that thought. And here, okay, so here we go. Let's get into it, boys, okay? No, I know y'all are both excited, all right? He comes back and she hits him with it. She's like, can you put some sunscreen on me? And first of all, the pool scene was too much, but this specific scene was way too fucking much. It was absolutely too much. I turned it off and I stopped watching for a while. And I even said, I'm not reviewing this fucking episode, okay? And then I got back on and finished it. Well, because that's just what we do. You have to finish it.
This man couldn't finish watching. Don't tell me he's turning gay too.
No, it's because like it's just too much. They didn't need to do that much with it.
But if it was Chizuru, you'd have kept it going.
Yeah, you goddamn right I would have kept it going.
Of course, Kazuya and Chizuru.
That's who we want to see. That's what the whole show is about.
The whole show's about.
Oh, the show is ass at this point. That's not even a terminology at this point. This show's ass.
Look at this man.
Literally.
Look at this fucking man. Here he goes. On Yeze's girl right here. Kazuya starts with her back. All right. And then she makes him go under the bra. All right. Under the swimsuit top. So there will be like no tan lines, obviously. And the entire time he's dying. And they even pointed out he's getting chubbed up. Okay.
Chubbed up.
He points it out himself. But here's the thing. Ruka is equally having a rough time. She's curling up her toes and crossing her legs. And she's trying her fucking hardest to not make a single sound.
And she probably not used to being touched like that.
That's true. There's like a little cut right here too. And Kazuya's thinking about Chizuru. And it has her on screen saying, oh, Ruka got you hard? Good for you, you horn dog. Bro, what is this episode?
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? This
yes.
man literally touching a female. This man can think of. He's thinking about a whole different female.
He's thinking about the girl he loves. Okay,
bro, this show's wasting our time. Literally, writer, you're wasting our fucking time. Cut the fucking shit. Cut the show and turn the shit off. Literally, wasting our fucking time.
Just when Kazuya thinks he's done, she lays on her belly. And she asked him to do her legs. Here we go again. Another freak out. And Ruka is honestly basically moaning at this point. She's like taking little deep breaths. And Kazuya's like, man, should I go all the way up to her thigh? And just as this man finally grows a fucking pair of nuts, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna fucking do it. He goes to squirt some sunscreen into his hand, and it just makes like a little fucking clown car honk, like, okay, because it was just empty. Got him.
Bro, you know, at this point, like, bro, if this man end up being with Chizuru, bro, how you gonna act with her, bro? If you acting like this with Ruka, how you gonna act with her?
Well, it's gonna start with a lot of freakouts.
Which is literally gonna waste our time.
Everything.
Literally.
He's out of cream and he's like, oh, well, I guess I'll just hit the pool. And he jets out of there, okay? Probably to go hide his boner that he had.
Mm-hmm.
But like back by the pool, Ruka is laying there and she's looking up, okay? She's just like, oh, exhausted. And she checks her heart rate on her phone and it was like 96. And she's like, I hope his heart is racing as much as mine.
Ain't that far from average. And average is like 70-something.
Yeah, see, I thought that was weird too because my heart rate average is like 96. That's about typically what it beats at.
Once it's past 100, then it's like kind of racing.
Yeah.
Once it's past 100.
Look, I be 3 Celsiuses deep and some pre-workout deep hitting 180 at the gym on the treadmill, boys.
With some blue chew.
180. If it's 180, you might need to calm down.
I'm telling you, bro, sometimes when I be running, it's like 180. That's about when I start to slow it down because it starts hurting real bad.
That's what I mean. You need to calm it down if it's 180.
So look, right here, they go to dinner, all right? And he treats his girl to a hotel buffet. And it's here that Kazuya gets into a little sticky situation because Ruka puts her hands out asking for her gift. And he's like, I didn't get you one. I didn't get you shit.
Run me my gift. Run me my gift.
She blows up on this man, all right? And then she's like, I've lost my appetite. And Kazuya's like, yo, the food's going to get cold. And then we hear Ruka scream, then I'm going to stuff my face. And then Kazuya's like, that's my fucking plate.
Time to chow down. Let's get
It's
it.
just her attitude is so unstable. I can't deal with it.
What you mean,
But-
man? Every female in this world is crazy. Dude. They are all unstable.
Not as bad as Ruka, man.
I don't know. This day and age.
So after the dinner, we get a major scene with Ruka and Kazuya. They're sitting at a park and they're looking out at the ocean and it's nighttime. So sort of kind of like a romantic setting. And Kazuya even points out that they're going to go through all the motions of an actual date. Okay. And they end up having like a big heart to heart here. And it starts by Kazuya apologizing for everything. Specifically the other day when Ruka saw him and Chizuru. And he's like, look, I made you try hard and you shouldn't have had to do that for a guy like me today. And she like fucking hits his arm, okay? And she's like, I don't see it as going out of my way. And she's like, look, sure, I don't trust you and Chizuru, okay?
What she's doing the right thing.
But today isn't about that. It's my birthday and I want the princess treatment. And besides,
Let's get it.
You're the one that I've waited for my entire life.
This dude don't deserve nobody at this point.
I mean, honestly, that's the CD that I'm talking about on Ruka's behalf. Like, she's turning 18 in this episode. Maybe she's just finally maturing a little bit because that's some heavy words.
Honestly, at this point, she pretty much is, because at this point, she can acknowledge her feelings besides Chizuru.
That is kind of true.
Literally.
And like right here, we kind of get a turning point from Kazuya. And I think he notices it because he thinks that she's an angel. He's like, everything she's asking for today on her birthday isn't really that crazy. And he's the one trying to blur the lines between an actual birthday and her just trying to be toxic, which she wasn't trying to do. She was genuinely just trying to have a good fucking birthday with this man.
Mm-hmm.
All he did was pretty much ruin half of it.
Like, he's the one bringing up Chizuru and shit when she didn't even want to talk about that shit.
Literally. And then he points out in the conversation that he is an asshole, a bitch, which he really is.
That's
literally.
true.
Honestly.
I'm gonna say, if the creators of the show wanted to get everyone to like really like Ruka from the rip, they should have done this shit a long time ago. Like, I understand that that's a good transition. Like, you make her unlikable, and then like at a certain point, now I can see how Kazuya is gonna be conflicted, right? He wants to dump.
You know what they did do? You know what they did
do?
They wasted 3 fucking seasons with Chizuru. Literally, we got nowhere.
Yes.
Literally.
A better character.
We're literally
Chizuru became a better character since season 1.
Season 1. She didn't give 2 jack shits about this man. Season 2, barely. 3, denying this man and spend this man money. Get me out of here, bro.
She's just doing what she has to do to survive, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Well, season 1 I can get. It was her job to...
Yeah. She's starting to fall a little bit deeper out of those lines of like a rental girlfriend here in season 3, which is kind of nice to see. And I feel like even on the back end of season 2, she kind of fell out of those roles. Season 1, she was just working. Okay.
She was just working.
Can't hold the lady
wasting our time
to it. Cannot hold her against
wasting
it.
our time.
First of all, it was Kazuya that was wasting our time for renting her.
That is true. He got everybody.
He could have stopped.
In this situation.
Stopped.
He even says that. Stopped. He says that to Ruka in this episode. He was like, look, I'm the reason everyone's involved in this shit. He knows what he did.
Like I said, beginning of this episode, wasting our time, literally.
Leaving the park, Ruka's like, can we hold hands? And in Kazuya's head here, he even thinks about how sweet Ruka's been all day and how he just wants to hold her, like hug her tight. And as they're walking along, she just stops, okay? And she says, on second thought, I do actually want a gift. And she's like, I'm not asking for anything material, just permission. So you guys want to know what I thought she was about to ask for?
It's a time. Wait, give me a second to tell.
Anal.
Anal.
Bruh.
He had a flashback. He was hitting it from the back. That was anal.
He did have that flashback. Holy shit. And like right here, she basically pushes him down onto like a little fountain ledge. And she's like, I've been holding it back for so long now. And it all boils down to her basically asking him if she can just call him Kazuya from now on rather than Kazuya-kun. It's not really what we wanted, boys.
Not what we wanted.
Should we get more progress than Chizuru?
I mean, I guess Ruka is putting them on a more formal level right here by doing this. And Kazuya's just like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
But then right here, as lovable as a character she was just a couple minutes ago, she goes back to just being fucking absolutely annoying because for 3 minutes straight, she's just saying Kazuya's name after every statement. Like, oh, cool, I'm with Kazuya. Oh, it's my birthday with Kazuya. Like,
yeah, she's just having fun, man. She having fun.
Okay, that's at a certain point.
Okay,
it's
that's
fucking
too
annoying.
much fun.
It's
Too much
fun.
Bro, that was like 30 seconds of just her saying dialogue.
It
Come
was
on,
like 2 minutes straight.
Kazuya, after
Or we can
every
go-
fucking ending.
We can go back. That was about 30 seconds.
There's no way that was 30 seconds, man.
Now, I'm guaranteed that was 30 seconds. Unless y'all time frame is slow as shit.
I'm telling you, it was like 30 minutes. I'm going to go back and look at this. We're going to see.
It was 30 seconds, I'm telling you, boys.
So finally, we get to see some other people in this episode, all right? And it's Sumi. She's walking along and she notices Chizuru going to the hospital. Turns out it's Chizuru's grandma's birthday, all right? Because then we see Chizuru in the hospital with her grandma. And she's like, whoa, you shouldn't even be sitting up. You were in so much pain the other day. And then her grandma's like, don't dig up the distant past. And Chizuru's like, bro, that was 3 fucking days ago. I thought that was funny. Don't dig up the distant past. And it's just literally like the other day. And Chizuru points out how like the weather looks great considering how it was supposed to rain today. And then her grandma is like, good weather is attached to me. Some kind of hippy dippy shit like that. Mm-hmm. And then she goes into this big story about the day that Chizuru was born and how it was supposed to rain, but it stopped when the grandma showed up, and then like tells Chizuru about like her mom and shit, talking about how like it rained on every important day of her life. All right, so this is all heavy shit that's gonna steamroll into something important. Chizuru grabs some flowers. She's like, whatever, old lady, I don't want to hear these fucking stories. Okay, she's going to refill the vase, and she runs into Sumi inside of the hospital. Sumi had flowers in her hand, and she was actually there to give the flowers to Chizuru's grandma. Okay, so like Sumi and Chizuru sit down on like a little bench, and they have a little chat, okay? Sumi's kind of like up-talking Kazuya to Chizuru right here, and I thought it was funny when Sumi's like clapping, okay? And she's like, Chizuru's like, yeah, thank you. Then Sumi stops, and like out of nowhere, she's like, and then she starts clapping again, and Chizuru's like, oh, so we're doing this again. Yeah, thank you. I thought that shit was so funny. So yeah, anyways, they sit on the bench. She razzes Kazuya up to Chizuru.
Glazing
that man up. And then the second to last scene is another big one. Chizuru and her grandma, and they're talking about Kazuya, all right? And her grandma basically starts off by like calling her a loner, okay? She's like, it's weird seeing you with friends. And ever since you started dating Kazuya, now you have friends, and it's just weird. And she's basically implying that Chizuru was a fucking loser before all this, okay? They talk about the movie for a second. And grandma points out that like she's glazing Kazuya up right here. She's like, he must have worked so fucking hard on this movie for you. For some reason, Chizuru almost started to sound like she was shitting on him for a minute, okay?
she was!
No.
What?
No, I knew you were going to say that too. That's why I wrote my notes this way. I knew you were going to say that. So
bro,
like,
the first thing out her
the first
mouth
few
was
things
literally
maybe, okay?
trashing this man.
She's talking about how like he wanted to make a movie for her, but he didn't know shit about production. He didn't even know how to use a camera, apparently.
Two.
Okay, and then
it was more.
Oh, there's a whole lot more. But just to summarize it, she's shitting on this man, okay? Okay, I thought she was shitting on this man, but when she gets to the part where she's talking about how he fell off the bridge trying to get that cicada.
Clowning him.
Okay, she's clowning him, but she kind of starts to like laugh and smirk. And that's how you know she wasn't really shitting on this man. She was appreciating his like dedication and his will to get the fucking movie made. She wasn't really shitting on him. She was just appreciating it by talking about him.
She was shitting on him, clowning him, laughed because it was funny.
No, she was actually appreciating.
She was appreciating
even though he didn't know how to work a camera, even though he doesn't know how to run a movie.
Talking shit. What else? Come on. It was more than that. He was talking shit. Look, it was more than that.
She's at the end of the day, she was appreciating that he went into making a movie with no foresight for making a movie at all.
Did she physically say, I appreciate this man for what he did?
That's what the smile is implying. The smile is letting you know.
Oh my fucking God.
Cause look, right here, the grandma asks Chizuru if she knows when true love begins. All right. And she says it's when you're having the time of your life talking about the other person.
And what did Chizuru say? Say it, come on. See what Chizuru said.
And then right here, Chizuru, and she says this lightly. She says this very lightly. She's like, it's not like that.
Oh, don't do that.
She said it
don't
lightly.
Do that.
She said it as lightly as she could. She said, well, it's not like that.
No, don't do that.
That's
You trying to save her at this one. You trying to save her. Don't do that.
That's what she said. She said, it's not like that. Cut to Kazuya at his house, looking at a huge list of the backer names for the project, putting in work as usual, and then that's the end of it. I'm thinking next episode, the grandma's in Chizuru's head. Chizuru shows up to Kazuya's house. I feel like we might open with that.
What? Just talk about the grandpa, the grandma?
To go over there and kiss that man on his mouth.
Don't waste my time with that.
I'm telling you, man. I feel like I knew you were going to overlook the Chizuru situation with the grandma. I knew it.
Bro, I made
sure. That is CD no matter how you slice it.
Even though she doesn't
CD.
mention that she doesn't appreciate it, the smile means that she
is what gives it away.
Well, if I don't hear them words out your mouth, then you don't appreciate them. I don't hear them words. Literally.
She knows, first of all, and then you have to put this in the context for it. Right before the grandma razzing Kazuya up to her, she had Sumi razzing Kazuya up. So, like, she knows how much work this man's putting in for her. She appreciates it.
Minnie glazing. Who else we had? Grandma glazing. Sumi glazing. Some other people glazing. I forgot what the rest of them. And what she did, nothing. Literally.
Okay, she
nothing.
Is being a little weird with the whole, like, you have 50,000 people. You have 50,000 people talking this man up, and you're just like, eh.
Boy, you don't get this shot in my fucking face.
She's just waiting for the next hot piece of ass to show up, because she don't want Kazuya.
At this point, he don't deserve nothing. Ruka deserve better. Chizuru, just leave her in the grave. Because at this point, she don't appreciate nobody. At this point.
I mean, it does kind of seem like it's a situation where she's in this for herself. You know, she's getting a movie out of the deal. Think about it. She's getting a movie out of the deal.
She already had movie? Bank? Because she was stealing this man money, basically.
Okay, but I don't think she's charged him for anything this season. Not like a rental date or anything.
You know why? Because it's fucking movie. That's why.
I'll tell you why. Because they're getting ever so close to actually dating.
I think season 2 was halfway.
Season 2 was halfway. They cut out the rental dates for a while.
They can't.
He did say at the end of season 2, though, no matter what it took, even if it was 90,000 paid dates, he would go on it and pay for it with Chizuru.
That's called delusional. That is delusional.
So with all of that said, I mean, really and truly a filler episode, but there's very light CD in it. The bigger part of the CD was with Ruka, obviously, but that Chizuru CD hits, man. Don't let Yeze guide you young ones.
We got nowhere.
Into thinking that wasn't
We got
CD.
nowhere.
We got so much big.
Literally. What was the grandma doing? Glazing Kazuya, right?
Yes.
Sumi glazing Kazuya, right?
Yes. That's
and
what
we got
happens.
And we got that with Minnie. And what happened after that? Still didn't care.
I think
no, she actually does care.
I think
but she's waiting for Kazuya to say something.
I'm actually
Don't waste our time. Writers, do not waste our fucking time. Honestly.
I'm actually highly on board with Thomicus' theory of she feels that way. She doesn't want to be the first person to say anything, though.
Yes.
Bro, we're going to be here all day. We're going to be here all day.
For that man to say it first.
Because in season 1, he was about to say it until he fucking blue balled us.
That's true. He always does that. He's always going to do that.
And y'all saw Chizuru's reaction whenever he said that.
Mm-hmm. True. That's true. I think Iese's theory is debunked.
My theory is that we're going to get nowhere in this whole show. End up on a bullshit cliffhanger. That's it. Literally.
I just think after the movie, that's where we're going to get something.
After the movie, yeah. When maybe like it premieres and they have a really good turnout at the premiere, her grandma's crying. She looks at Kazuya, open mouth kisses that man at the movies. Imagine after
the movies go back to renting girlfriends.
She's like, you have to pay for this next date.
Bruh, I'm
not gonna get shit from you.
You know how fast I'm gonna just cancel my Crunchyroll subscription?
Yeah. That might be
just for that show.
Literally.
So look, with everything in mind, I'm gonna hit this one with a 4. It's
I
just
can agree with
filler,
that one.
light CD. I can't do anything bigger than a 4.
Honestly, this game. I was about to say this game, this show, this episode was fucking bullshit. We got nowhere. Ruka showed more maturity than fucking Chizuru, but actually showing her fucking feelings. Kazuya, he realized he's a piece of shit. That's fine with me. At least he realized it. Chizuru having everybody glaze Kazuya like this man's a god. You know what? I gotta say this. May Allah ignore Chizuru how like she's ignoring fucking him. Literally. At this point. Literally. Cause at this point, I get this episode 4 because this show is wasting my time. Honestly.
It's bad, boys. This season's gonna come in. It's gonna rank pretty low, I think.
Ooh.
I'm getting nervous.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm giving it a 3.
No!
I actually fell asleep on the first half. I actually fell asleep.
I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely like turned it off and said I wasn't gonna finish taking notes on it. Cause like that whole pool scene was just overdone. Did not need to be that much. And I was like, well, for the good of the people, I'll fucking do it. Don't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it.
This is episode 7, right?
Yeah, this is episode 7.
So we just have 5 more.
We're over the halfway mark. They gotta make some shit shake in 5 episodes.
We ain't getting none. I'm telling you. We ain't getting none.
We will get something.
I'm gonna be honest, man. If this season stays plateaued like this, and I don't start seeing some 8s, 9s, 10s, I don't know if I'll be back for season 4.
Bro, you say you might not be back. I'm guaranteed not coming back. Honestly.
Confirmed. Yeze's out.
Literally, honestly.
This is my favorite show too. That's so sad.
Bruh, I've been watching the show since day 1, and you tell me I'm wasting my time for this bullshit?
Okay, I'm a dedicated Rent-A-Girlfriend fan, but like you got me sitting here saying I might not be back for season 4. That's a problem. Okay, writers, that is a problem.
At this point, this season is looking like mini Ruka. Sumi is the best characters in this season right now, honestly.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, as much as I like Chizuru, she's just being so weird about the situation. Like, as much as Kazuya needs to grow a pair of fucking nuts, and just like Chizuru, she needs to do the same. They're 2 people that have feelings for each other, that are just too fucking coy to say anything at all. No matter how many times 50 people razz up this person to her, 50 people razz up her to him. They're just not going to say shit to each other. They're going to fucking live their little lives, be miserable as fuck.
I got you, boys.
Oh.
Animag advice of the fucking day.
Uh-oh.
Cause, bruh, I just thought about it. Do not let these people waste your time. If you say they don't want you, move the fuck on.
Move it on. Stop lingering.
Move the fuck on. Literally.
Jesus.
If you don't see progress in 2 weeks, move the fuck on. Literally.
God, you can't linger like that. You got your own life. You got to make your own shit pop.
You see how Kazuya is? Man, they're probably in debt right now. Worrying about a movie. This man in school, he should be worrying about books, learning, getting his career together. You know what he's worried about?
What do you
mean? He's
mean?
Gonna be a store manager.
Wow.
What do you? Also, as a side note, I mean, yeah, he should be focusing on school, getting his career together for his future. But if the movie goes well, that could spark a career for him in the film industry. Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think it's going to be a good movie? Fuck no. It had a fucking 1 month turnaround. Bro, this movie's going to be dog shit.
I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I do not see this man making movies as a career. Because if you really think about it, the whole time they was filming, all he was doing is picking up trash.
Picking up cigarette butts on the ground.
So I do not see a career for this man.
I mean,
might as well cut that short.
It's also like his first movie ever.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, boys.
Yeah, it can't be your first movie. You the producer and you the trash man at the same time. Literally. Oh my god.
They didn't have no one else to fucking do it.
Bro, that's why you gotta get the funding. They had an extra few hundreds funding.
Actually, yeah, they had it was like 30,000 over.
I think so.
They could have definitely hired some people to do that because he's supposed to be a producer. I understand he's not a first string producer; he's just second string. But he shouldn't have been the person that was picking up trash and shit. I find that was kind of wrong. And he's just such a fucking bitch boy that he's not going to say anything about it. He's just going to do it. Anything for Chizuru.
Like I said, man, wasting my time. Wasting my time.
Look, hey, with all that being said, guys, that's about all we can do for you this week, okay? Episode 7 left everybody high and fucking dry.
And sleepy.
I know Yeze was excited. It was supposed to be the big one for his girl, and it flopped. Well, what can you do?
Honestly, this episode I was disappointed because halfway, like mostly watching this episode, I was playing my dog. That's how much I was not paying attention. Honestly,
it's a filler episode. Truly, you really didn't have to pay attention. You know, we have to take the deep dive in for you guys.
Well, it's a silent basically saying we gotta waste our time.
We
explain to y'all.
We have to waste our time and make it seem interesting so you can waste your time with us. All right, because I'll be goddamned if we're the only people here wasting our fucking time. Well, look, it's all we can do this week.
Hopefully next episode is better.
We keep saying this and it's just not happening. But hopefully...
Fine. I hope next episode is the fucking shittiest one ever.
No, I hope next episode's a 10 and then they razz us out for the rest of the season. I don't think it's going to happen. Would be nice, though.
We're literally 4 episodes in a row of trash episodes. I know.
Nah. This one was actually probably the worst.
I'm gonna say like season 3, based off of everything that we've rated so far out of the other 2 seasons, this is gonna be the worst season.
It's probably gonna be a 5 or a 6, honestly.
There is that one episode that has a 10. That's gonna help it a lot. But I think 3. There's so many lower end ones that like it might end up being a 4 or 5 rated season. Ooh, you hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
But that's gonna do it for this week. We thank you for listening, following, subscribing. We're putting shorts up now of the podcast on TikTok, so you can see them there. And on our Twitter. Tune in everywhere, because we're just everywheres. And until the next one, remember to take it easy. And so long, everybody.
I think you cut out a little bit.
Yeah, you cut out.
And so long, everybody.
You kind of did it a little bit.
Fuck! So long, everybody!
There you go. Sayonara.
Get out my face.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to visit our website at www.animag.org. See you next time.